this is actually, I think this is going to be a dope one. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. And that's a big community too, man. It's definitely, not, I won't say a market, but an area in there, you know.
It is.
Because there's a lot of sports fans that are in the anime too, but, you know, I'm not going to pretend like I watch a ton of it, but like, you know, I did watch, you know, obviously DBZ, Pokemon, all that stuff growing up. So like, I didn't know it was anime. I just thought it was fun cartoon as a kid. The thing is, a lot of my friends, we don't watch it like.
But like, anime is so huge, bro. It's like I want to try to bridge that gap because it's like the stuff that you're into. It's so much easier to like try to bridge into sports because sports is like a bridge in itself. I want to promote the WNBA more. That's why I'm trying to talk about it more because like not a lot of people talk about the WNBA. So it's like trying to figure out those ways to connect people. And like you said, Dragon Ball Z anime, that's big in the world. So yeah. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Train, as usual. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. As you can see here, we got my man, Darryl. If you watch, you'll notice you can finally see him because, you know, we had a little technical difficulty on the interview part. But Darryl, finally, you know, you can say what's up to the folk and they can see you. So, you know, I'll let you say what's up.
What's up, folks? How's it going? Thanks, Trey, for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you for being on the show again, boss. Like I said, we got to bring you up here more often, so we brought you up more often. Now, you're a football fan, you know. For those of y'all who might not know, you know, Darryl did play collegiately, okay? So, you know, we got him respects, but we're going to talk about college very briefly, only because I just wanted to make this note before we head on into the NFL segment. This one from my USC Trojans. Can we just do better, please? Like, I want to keep this very short, but still just show y'all my pain. Because I have not a clue who's on the roster. But I know our record's like maybe 2-2, possibly 2-3 after the day. Like, can we do better? I'm used to Reggie Bush, Matt Liners, hell, even Sam Sam Darryl, like, Barkley, come on, Matt Barkley, come on, bro. Like, we were good back then. Just let's get back to that track. We got our scholarships. We have no excuses. That's all I want to say.
Okay, man. So you guys did produce one of the biggest TikTok stars ever in Juju Smith-Schuster. So at least you got him. You know, you can go watch him.
Yeah, I want to be in the world of like the Bama.
Corvette. You're not into that. You're not into that.
Huh?
You're not into the TikTok, the Corvette. You don't want to see your man hitting all them. No. Oh, okay.
I don't care about that. I care more about Reggie Bush than I do about Juju Smith. What?
Oh man,
Reggie produced
TikTok star, man. You gotta give him his due.
The what?
But you gotta give him his due, man. TikTok, #1 TikTok athlete in the game.
You can have that award. That's cool. That's fine. I'm just saying USC is known for greatness, and we got to get back to that. Like, at least y'all win. Y'all mean LSU. At least you guys have won something. Like, you guys are at least relevant. Even if you guys lost the first week and can still get back to the bowl game. Realistically, if you win out, do y'all play Bama?
Yeah, it's tough, man. They got Auburn today. I'm just not seeing a lot out of the offense, man. We sold our soul in 2019 for that perfect year. And now it's just, hey, man, if you had told me 2018, y'all would be perfect winning Natty and y'all going to suffer for the next 5, I would have signed up for it. So we're suffering right now, you know. That's just what it is. Just, you know, we lost a lot of good players that are in the NFL now. So you got, you know, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, you know, they both killing it already. You know, Joe Burrow's in the league. They just Clyde Edwards-Helaire with the Chiefs, you know. But like, you know, that whole offense is gone. So I was expecting to drop off, but you know, like right now they're okay. Yeah, you know, they're kind of hard to watch at times, but you know, we'll see today. It's a tough game. Auburn is ranked, we're not, so we'll see how it goes, man. It'll be a good game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If y'all win out, you can at least get
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, they can get
And
there,
that
but
competition, so,
I don't know
but,
if they will, man.
it's tough.
Not
That's,
looking
that, that
good,
is
man.
a tall task, though. That is a tall task. I will admit. Now, kind of segueing on into the NFL, though. Again, when y'all watch the interview, you'll find out he's a Saints fan. And kind of keeping with this theme too. He's also a Pelicans fan. I'm not gonna throw too much shade. I like Zion and Bi, but we're not gonna dive into that. Now, now for the Saints, I'm not gonna talk about how we beat y'all. I
Had to get that out, huh?
I mean, I gotta state stats. I gotta state facts.
Y'all got it.
How do you feel about Jameis Winston? How do you feel about Jameis Winston? Because week one you were hearing about potential MVP candidate, stuff like that. Like that was at least being thrown out. Maybe not by everybody, but it definitely did go by the ear once or twice. So I mean, what's your take on him so far? Because
my take on it is these guys with these hot takes and Jameis for MVP. Even as Saints fans, we weren't saying that. We're like, what? No, no. Let's calm it down. I know ESPN and Fox 4, they need the ratings, so they be saying the wildest stuff. So I get it, but as far as the fan watching it, it's different, man. This is the first year without Drew since 2006, so it's we're all going through it as a fan base. Like, oh, this is it. We finally jumped off the ledge without Drew now. So how are we gonna do? So I think we're doing okay, 2-1 right now. I'm not gonna argue with wins versus how they do it. I could care less. If he does it 155 touchdowns or 500 yards, 6 touchdowns, I don't care. As long as we get the win, that's all I care about. I just need him to just kind of take care of the football, be a little bit risk adverse, because right now we don't need him to be taking these chances right now. And I know that's part of his game, but the team overall, the defense is amazing. Like they might be elite this year, so we don't need him to push it as much as he would per se, like that he did in Tampa. So I'm okay with him. I always liked him more than Taysom as a quarterback. So I feel confident in the offense right now, enough to say that I think we'll be able to win the next couple and just get to the bye. Once they do that, I think we'll be all right.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I gotta say, I'm pulling for Jameis. Not only because he's a black quarterback, because he's also on my fantasy team. So, and I also got Taysom as well.
Jeez, man, that was so. Hey, man, I don't have him, and I'm 6 man. You have to get some better options, man.
I looked at it because I thought maybe I could put him. I thought I could put Taysom in like on the team with another quarterback. Because then if that's the case, it's game over. But I can't. He's not that much of a cheat code, so it's like I had to but I do start. I'm not. Jameis is on my bench, but so is Taysom, and it's like. I'm pulling for Jason. I'm pulling for Jameis just because he has that big arm and he has the weapons as the coach now. So he's in a good situation. And I know I said, if you throw a few people in Patrick Mahomes' situation, they could win a ring, right? Mm-hmm. Well, Jameis is now in Drew Brees' situation. And Drew didn't really win a ring with this organization, or personnel, but you got close. Like y'all were contenders. So can Jameis now do the same thing? And I think he actually can. I do worry about you guys at least going forward as opposed to like the Bucs, maybe even the Falcons, just because I know, Jameis is a talent. So I am worried about that.
I think Jameis is better than Matt Ryan right now. I'm just gonna say that Matt Ryan is looking scared. I don't know what's going on with Atlanta, but as far as like taking us to that next level, I think Jameis definitely adds a dimension we haven't had in a while, which is someone that can stretch the field. Like Drew, love him to death. He'll always be a Saints legend, but the last 3 years he just couldn't get the ball further than 20, 30 yards down the field. So that was one part of the offense we haven't seen in a while. And you saw week 1, Jameis threw it 50-some yards in the air. I'm like, as a fan, I'm like, I hadn't seen that in a while, in a game. And, opening it up a little bit, and as a fan, you're like, we need that, if you want to start being more of a contender, we can't be just, hitting slants and screens all day. We got to be able to stretch the field a little bit. So, but yeah, I mean, and he's doing this with duct tape and super glue at receiver. So, we're still waiting for our dog and Mike Thomas. He should be back after week 6. So, I think the offense will definitely get better. I mean, that's why his numbers look a little like, but once he gets more people, the full plethora of weapons around him, I think the Saints will be even more contended once they start hitting that stride. So, it'll be fun, man. I'm never gonna, complain about a 2-1 record when people thought we'd be 0-3 or 1-2. So, I'm taking that all day. Plus a win against the great Aaron Rodgers, the bad man that he is. I'll take that.
It was game 1. It was week 1. But hey, like you said, a W.
Hey man, they all count at this point. I don't care if it's week 1 or week 17, man. They all count, man.
Listen, I will say I do want to see what Michael Thomas does when he gets back. I think he's on my fantasy team, so that's the only reason why I know. Like, I think they said they're aiming for him to come back like week 8. If he comes back week 6, that's even better because, again, he's on my fantasy team, so we throwing him right in that flex option because I think he'll actually play well. Like, remember, he catches the ball at like a 90% clip or something like that. Like, that's like ridiculous. Right. Now, granted, Drew Brees was throwing him the ball, though. So I do wonder how will Michael Thomas be viewed going forward. If he keeps Jameis afloat, I think you have to put him in the discussion as like the best wide receiver in the game. And when I say I mean the best, because that's two different styles, same result for him. So it's like, I think that's fair to say. So that's going to be good to see.
Can I ask you a question? Who do you think is the best receiver in the game right now? Like today?
That's tough. I think if you want to, because I think there's different levels to it. I think the one with the best potential right now, I want to say Metcalf, just because he's like, to me, he gives me that young Julio vibe, but I still think Julio in his prime was better than Metcalf. If you want to say the most electrifying, OBJ when healthy, or Cheetah. And then
Tyreek Hill,
yeah, and then maybe just most dominant, probably Julio, DJ Metcalf coming up. Like it depends on what you want to add. Like that's always been a tough question because you had AB, Julio, even Megatron at one point. Like, time is like there were so many elite wide receivers that it's just like it's hard to choose. I don't know. How about yourself?
I mean, I'll say this, like, as of like today, October 2nd, 2020, who's the best like playing right now? I would have to give it to Davante Adams, man. He's just on a whole nother level, like as far as wide receivers go. I mean, honestly, it's crazy because Cooper Kupp's been putting up crazy video game numbers lately. I think thanks to Matt Stafford, but I would have to give it to all around Davante right now, man. He's the only one. Tyreek Hill I don't know. The Chiefs just been sputtering a little bit, but like as of right now, I gotta say Davante Adams, man. He's the only one that's still producing and a threat every single time he touches the ball or is on the field. So I'll give it to him, But you had asked me this question a year and a half ago, I would say Michael Thomas, because I even told my barber, I'm like, what's the point of a wide receiver? What? To catch the ball, to snag it out of the air, right? And that guy, Michael Thomas, has caught the ball more than anyone else in one season in the history of the NFL. So that's got to be worth something, to break the all-time reception record.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, bro, he's tough. He's like the model of consistency. And it's like Julio, I think, was the best wide receiver that you saw from a talent standpoint.
He's always hurt, man. That's the thing that's so annoying about him.
This was inconsistent. Like,
he's hurt now. I don't think he's playing this week either. And I like Julio, man. We played against him. Being in the division, you've seen him too. He's a freak, But I don't know. It's just he's like late in his career, maybe. But it's just hard for him to stay on the field now. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is, you know.
I kind of want Julio to transition to the wide receiver. I mean, to the tight end slot, just a little bit, because now you don't have
to never do that, man. He would never do that.
He'd have to manage again, like it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The tight ends are evolving too, man. I love watching Kelsey, man. He's amazing. Like,
who's the best tight end? Who's the best tight end?
Travis Kelsey. Mm-hmm. No question, man. Like,
you don't give any love to what's his name out in San Francisco? Kittle.
Yeah, he's good too, man. They're both great, but it's like I don't know, man. Kelsey is just that dude is the model of consistency at that position, man. And he's uncoverable, but he also has a cheat code at quarterback too, man. Patty Mahomes is just insane, man. I'm kind of jealous. I wish I was a young kid watching him because he would have been like one of my favorite players, you know. And versus now, like I still admire him, but you know, I can see why the kids love watching him. He is, you know, amazing. He's the face of the NFL now. You know, not gone are the days of who we grew up watching, like
Tom
Brett
Brady.
Favre and Tom Brady. You know, I mean Brady's still playing, but he's not doing what Patrick Mahomes is doing. You know, not as fun to watch.
Facts. Yeah. Now, when we're talking about Brady, you know, Patty Mahomes, obviously they hit the Super Bowl. Patty did lose badly, but maybe he just won't rock with the halftime show. Because this year, like, you know what I'm saying? This year we got some bangers. Damn, like, woo!
Right, man. I was happy to see it, man.
You got Drake, Snoop, Eminem, Kendrick, and Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, man. That's a good lineup.
This might be the first time where I've watched the halftime show full through, like all the way through in a while. Because usually it's like, all right, I'm watching the Super Bowl for the game and the commercials. And then the off chance you might get another Janet Jackson reaction. Like the off chance. I ain't see that. Nah, we're good today then. I'll catch it back third quarter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm watching for. Now it's like, all right, bet. I'm seeing them. Like, this is good. This should be good. Who would you want to play that game though? Like who do you want, and then who do you think? Two questions.
Oh, like who do I want to be in the Super Bowl? And,
this year, and then
of course, I always want my team in it. So I'm just obviously say like I would love the Saints to get a crack at the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. You know, I love going against the best. You know, so it leaves no doubt on the table. But who do I think is gonna make it? That's tough, man. It's still early. Teams are still figuring it out, man. You know, we're not even halfway through. But like I would say, LA is playing really good football right now. You know, they beat the Bucs last week. You know, they're undefeated. Great defense. They got a dog in Jalen Ramsey. You know, like I would have to say them. And probably the Bills right now, if I had to pick a Super Bowl right now, you know, as a football fan. But as a Saints fan, I want to see the Chiefs play us in the Super Bowl. That would be fun for me.
Okay. Chiefs.
But yeah, so the halftime show, man, I was super happy to see that. I mean, people call it old, like a lot. I be looking at what people be saying, but it's mainly like young kids that just don't like it. And I'm like, well, this isn't for you, all right? Like, unfortunately, they need to cast a wider net and get people of a certain demographic to watch this. So, this is not enough of that demographic that tunes into the Super Bowl. But a lot of people that do are familiar with, Eminem and Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. And, I love Kendrick too. So, for me, it's a good show. Hopefully they give them all enough time. I think that's the one thing. Like, these things go by quick. So, I'm sure it'll be a good show.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's going to be a good show too. Not hoping. I know it's going to be a good show. I mean, that lineup, just off names alone, should produce quality. So, and at least like bare minimum quality. So it's like that definitely should be a good lineup to have. And I think it was an interesting point you noted where you said that like the demographic like is like that's at least not rocking with this lineup is the younger generation. But it's like, my guy, Eminem, Snoop, Dre, Kendrick's still relevant. Like all these are really still relevant, but like Kendrick still produces stuff like at a decent clip. So like I don't.
Yeah, to us, yeah, but you gotta think, man, it's, the early 20-year-olds, they didn't grow up on their music. They only just heard about them or they caught snippets of their music. So to them, 30 plus is old, and Kendrick is, my age, 32, 33. So, to them, he's old rapper now, and it's hard to see it that way, but that's another thing. Like music, that's a whole other discussion, man. I can talk about that for hours, man. Like I just don't get it. I'm like, how do y'all call like people like Kendrick old or like old rappers, but y'all running for Kanye, who's like in his 40s? He's older than a lot of these old rappers that y'all don't listen to, but y'all running for his music and his gear. Like I don't get it. Like I'm like, y'all gotta make up your mind. It's either the age thing or it's something else, because it's not an age thing if you're still running for like, especially Drake's what, 35, like, but yeah, he like young people still resonate with him. So it's like, I don't think they can use that age thing as an excuse. Like,
I'm about to say that you can't. Yeah, you really can't, because like, if that were the case, then Jordan wouldn't be as relevant as he is today. Like everybody will be talking about Kobe and Braun only. Like, oh, who's Jordan? Like, oh, Jordan. I did not know you had on a Cell shirt. Like, bro, can we stop right quick and like pointing that out? Oh stop!
Yeah,
I'm about to move the camera right fast.
Yeah,
you see
I
me?
got you.
I got my dragon.
Oh, okay.
You see Goku with the Shenron. Like that.
Okay, that's Shenron. Okay, I thought that was Snake.
I'm trying to get close to the folk, but yeah, dog, like that.
Yeah, I got this. The Cell Saga was my favorite, man. So I got the Cell with the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and his dad behind him. It was, man. As a kid, when I watched that live, I think I was like 10 or 11. Man, I used to run to my grandma's house to go watch it because she would take care of me after school. So I would run to her house. She would have my snacks ready. Had Toonami on deck. I would watch whatever the lineup was. But as soon as DBZ came on, man, that was it, man. Every Monday.
It was real watching Dragon Ball Z. Like,
man. Back then, there was no YouTube, no nothing, so people couldn't really spoil it, and you had to wait each week to catch each episode. So, like as primitive as it sounded, it created such a better experience because you wanted to watch it. And man, every time they would cut it right before the scene, like the fight, I would be like, no, I gotta wait a whole week.
Exactly. It kept it suspenseful. Like, bro, I think I had gotten in trouble one time, and it was the most poorly timed time where I could get in trouble, because Goku is just about to turn Super Saiyan for the first time. Like we're about to witness greatness, and it's like, nah, I gotta defy my dad. I'm sorry. Like I'm watching this. Like I go to my grandma's house. My grandma was on board. She was like, all right, I got you. You know what I'm saying? We had the milk and cookies situated, bro. Like Dragon Ball Z was such a big thing. I still watch it. Like you watch Super?
I watched it all the way through after it got done. So, I think they didn't. I'll say this. I need to stop comparing it to Dragon Ball Z. And like for what it was good. It was good. A lot of people complained. A lot of people overhyped it a little bit, I think. But for me, it was good for what I wanted it to be. Like it had all the elements that we kind of missed. It was good. It was good. It was the ending was nice. We got to. I guess my only beef with it was just the power scaling a little bit. It was a little off to me. But and Jurgen was a little bit of a boring character to me. But besides that, because these villains, man, they're not writing villains like Cell anymore or Frieza. Like.
Which one was a boring character to you?
Oh, Jurgen. All right.
Oh, Jiren.
Jiren. Sorry, my bad.
I mean, I felt like he was interesting because you didn't know much about him. He didn't give off a lot. Like he wasn't
He just said he liked to fight because he was picked on or something. I was just like, okay.
It was something about his master, if I'm not mistaken. But everybody's got a weird little story that happens. Like, I mean, Goku had a master at one point in time, bopped his head on the ground, and it's like, that's the starting point of Goku, like the good guy, or like Vegeta, this spoiled rich prince that like didn't really know much about life and now has a whole family. It's just like, I love the character progression. I mean, the element that they had for the character and not knowing the lie. It's like, okay, cool, I can respect. Or it's like, he's not like Frieza. He's not like Cell. Like, he's not like Kid Buu or Buu or Goku Black. So that was I appreciated that. But I
guess I needed more of like a reason to like kind of, okay, I get he's super strong. He got parents got killed or whatever the backstory was. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. But like, I was waiting for like, maybe he wanted to be the best or something, not just fighting because I have to. Goku fought for certain reasons. Gohan fought for certain reasons. But like, it just felt like Jurgens just wasn't that compelling to me, as a villain, and maybe they'll write him up more in the future, hopefully they keep it going, but, that was the only thing, but like, animation was amazing, seeing, the other Saiyans and other Namecs fight, that was dope. I thought that was cool, to show the other universes and the tournament of power, that was dope. But yeah, man, it was fun, kind of get to be a kid again, watch what,
Oh my god, that's the big thing. My fault, people. I'm sorry we got on a little tangent.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Stood up and I saw the Cell shirt. Like, I didn't even have to see the whole thing. It was part of it. It just let me know. Oh, got you. Darryl, to close it out. And again, people, this is like the way too early predictions, right? So, like, even when I mentioned who do you want to see and then who do you think is going to be, like, I would want to see. I don't know if I'd want to see the Panthers be in the Super Bowl, right? But I'd say I might want to see Bucks and Patriots just for like the storyline. But I think
we got that this weekend, man.
I know. And I'm ready to see that. I got Tampa Bay covering the spread, so let's hope. And I think Bay going up against. Let's just throw Patty Mahomes out there just cause, or the hometown team, Ravens, not hometown, close town.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see Lamar Jackson in a Super Bowl. That'd be fun. But their team is decimated at running back right now, man. But he's fun to watch, man. And I don't know if you saw the game last week when they kicked that some ridiculously long field goal to win the game.
Yeah, 66-yard field goal tie.
That's goat material right there, kicker, man. 66 yards, no time left. Hey, it goes in. I don't care how it gets in there.
That's fair. That's actually true. But I was gonna ask you, who's your top 3 early MVPs for the NFL?
That's a good question, man. Honestly, I would give it to Matt Stafford, man. He's been playing amazing. Like, got traded out of Detroit, paired up with Sean McVay right now. I would say he's definitely the number 1 candidate right now. I would say at 3, probably Patrick Mahomes, because he just has the potential to win it every year. And I guess number 2, I gotta think about that. Who else has been playing really well? Yeah, that's tough, man. I don't think there's 3 candidates right now. Honestly, like, if I had to pick somebody, Matt Stafford, man.
Oh, so no A-Rod, no Dak.
They're not playing that well, man. They all got suspect games. If I got MVP, you gotta be playing at lights out consistently. I mean, Dak did okay. He did good week 1, not so good week 2. They still won, and last week was an okay game to me. But what Matt Stafford is doing, man, you gotta check his numbers out, man. He's been playing amazing right now, and he's playing for a good team. So, you gotta factor that in if they gotta win. So
that's real.
I hope
That's
he does, man. He deserves it. He's been beat up his whole career.
I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. I wouldn't say I follow it enough to give like a concrete MVP list. I would just say I cannot really bet against Aaron Rodgers too much.
Yeah.
I maybe Pat Mahomes, but like right now they wanted two. I can't really give it to Patty.
Right.
I mean, like I think even though Pat's better, I have more of a case giving it to Sam Darnold right now than Pat Mahomes. It's not going to be like that. I'm not putting Sam Darnold.
You just compare Sam Darnold to Patrick Mahomes, man. Look at these takes, man. See, that's how you know it's early in the season. You know, like when you got takes like that, start trying to make sense out of it. But it's cool, it's fun. This is what we've been waiting for, stuff to talk about. So, but like, I'm cheering for Matt Stafford, unless we play him. But he's always been a solid NFL guy, and I'm glad he got the chance to kind of prove why he went number one in 2009, because now he's in a good situation right now. So, good for him. Rams defense, they got big Donald up front. They got a ferocious line. They're scary, man. If they can keep this offense up, they might go deep too, man. So they already beat the Bucks, so there you go.
Yeah. I mean, the Bucks didn't have Antonio Brown, so I mean, I will say that is a fact.
Yeah.
But
they're strong enough; they can still win.
I'm about to say this Rams team, like, he's always had just like the offense and not the defense.
Yeah.
So I know he can score. I know he can put up points. But if you give him an elite level defense, I am curious how good of a talent he is now, like when he's in a good situation. So it's kind of like a Jameis thing, but he's a little bit better than Jameis though. So I think
we gotta wait. See, if Jameis gets his number one guy, then I'd be curious to see what it starts to look like.
That's fair point too. That is true. That is true too now. Yeah.
It'll be fun, man. And I know it sucks that we don't play again until I think the last game of the year. So, we won't be able to get that revenge sooner. It's going to be a little late.
Y'all can be healthy by then. No, I'm good.
They don't like to do that, man. Put all the division people at the end of the year and make everything all tense and trying to get to the playoffs. And we got to win this. And then we got to hope this team loses so they can do that. And you start doing all that. It's fun, man. But it'll be fun to look back on this and see how what we thought was going to happen to what actually happened. Late December, early January, man. So clip whatever you want from this, man, and we can roll it in the next one so we can see what we were thinking back in October if it actually happened. Like, that'd be dope.
Nah, big facts. Like I'm definitely gonna have to break this episode up, make a couple posts about it. And again, the Darnold and the Mahomes one. I think that's gonna be
wild
funny
takes, man. Wild takes. We got some wild takes, but it's cool though. That's what makes it fun.
and again, people, we stated also. Well, at least I guess I made the post, or I made the statement. Pat Mahomes is better than Sam Darnold. Like if the Chiefs said
hot take, fire emoji, exclamation point emoji, hot take, right here, everybody. If you want it, this is it right here, because I'm not going there. You can go ahead and talk this one up, bro. I don't want
no. I wasn't talking it up. I was saying.
Okay. I'm about to say,
like when I make the post, like, Darnold versus Mahomes is going to be a clickbait type thing, but it's like I want them to know that's not what I was saying. It might have been how I came on. If the people said, "Hey Panthers, let's make a trade, Darnold, Mahomes, outright, like right now." All right, Darnold, let's get your paperwork situated. Let's get your flights coordinated. Like, you need help packing? Like, we got you covered, champ. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I drive down myself. Like, nah. But yeah, bro, I appreciate it.
But it's cool. Hey, I like it. Makes it fun.
But dude, I appreciate you coming on the show, bro. I know you got to head out in a little bit, so I don't want to keep you up too much longer. I took up too much of your time already. But I appreciate you. So yeah, we definitely got to do this again. What'd you say?
I was gonna say thanks for having me, man. I like having fun and definitely want to get back on, man. Sooner rather than later. Because hit me up. I'm always free to come on here and talk some sports or a little bit of anime, whatever you want to do, we can do, man.
I got you then. As a matter of fact, I think the next time I bring you on, I'm gonna try to have you and my homeboy Mark up here, so that way it'll be like a nice little discussion. Like he actually played semi-pro. So it's like that could be like a nice little discussion that you guys can have back and forth. And it's like bring up a couple of topics, shoot the shit, and also this, that, and the third. So, but okay, maybe it might even make it like a little drink night or something like that. Get a little brewski out there, or wine, or whatever y'all do to parlay. So, I wasn't screaming it.
Yeah, all matters. Appreciate it.
All matters. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have. Darryl, do you have anything you want to say to the folks before we close out?
Nah, man, just want to say thanks for having me, and look forward to the next one.
Hey, definitely. You might even see Darryl get his own take. Who knows? Like,
I have a list, a hot take list, and just rattle them off Stephen A. Smith style, just in your face, nonstop. I can't be wrong. You're wrong. I'm right. That's the only way. I feel like I'm gonna take that style. Have some fun with it.
Hey, I'm here for it. Like that, I actually would be interested to see how that goes. Cause like I could see you being like a Marcus Spears type personality. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can actually see that. Low key fun fact, you look like Odell Beckham Jr. right now. Like the way the beard's looking, the hair. I don't want to say that.
Well, I just need the blonde tips coming back.
Just blonde it a little bit, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it a poll. I got you. Don't worry about it. Does this cat look like OBJ?
Man, I mean that's not a bad dude to be compared to. I'll take it.
Hey, blonde your hair. Start telling people that you good. That's my cousin. Yeah, that's my cousin. All right,
that's you.
There you go.
Full circle. There we go. Teamwork.
All right, everybody. Well, that's all the time we have for today. So again, Darryl, thanks for showing up. Thank you all for listening. And see you all next time. You guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. We get bucket.